you should get up there with him. Hi, baby. My baby. I know, we're all wet. We're all wet now. Oh, hold on. Let me turn this down. Let me turn this down. Hi. I missed you. I missed you too. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I missed you too. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Let's get the seatbelt on. Get the seatbelt on. Ugh, all wet. It's all wet. You're all wet too? Let's see. Okay, we're on. We're on. Hi, guys. I told you I would jump back on. I did not show you. I didn't start this video with him coming out because it's pouring. It was an awful drive to get up here. It took an hour because the rain is terrible down here in South Florida right now. So we just wanted to get him out of there and into the car as fast as possible. And I knew he was going to have to pee too. So I didn't want to juggle the phone and him and everything like that. So I waited till we got safely in the car till I started the video. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. I know I missed you too. I know I missed you too. Oh, your brother missed you too? You missed your brother too? So Mario had his 10th Cytosar infusion treatment today. After I dropped him off this morning, they took him in. Dr. Adams always does a neuro exam on him every time we do this. And sadly, he agreed with me. He saw the changes in Mario that I had seen and that I brought up to his nurse and then to him when I spoke to him. When he did, I love him so much. I love you so much. I missed you. When he did the neuro exam on him, he definitely noticed the menace response changes in his back legs. His vision is still the same, so that's amazing news, because that's a concern too, is once the disease starts advancing, he'll lose his vision again. So there's no vision changes that we can tell at this moment, which is, thank you God, because he only has vision in one eye. The other eye does not work whatsoever. No reaction to light, nothing. So it's only his right eye that actually he can see out of. So that seems to be fine. No changes there, which thank you God. But he does have changes in his menace response and his leg placement. So Dr. Adams believes that he may have had a little bit of a relapse. So he obviously doesn't want to change his prednisone dose, which is upsetting because we know the prednisone is messing with his liver. But he does not want to change that right now. He doesn't want to risk him spiraling. So we're going to keep his prednisone dose the same. And Dr. Adams upped his Cytosar today. Normally he gets 200 over the 8 hours. I don't know if it's 200 units, 200 milligrams, I don't know the technical term of what the 200 is. I just know he gets 200 over the 8-hour span. And today, after Dr. Adams did his exam, I'm going to start driving, guys. I got to get on the road because the rain is awful. It's going to take us forever to get home. After doing his exam today, he decided that he was going to up his dosage today to 250. So he normally gets 200 units or whatever it is over the 8 hours. today he was up to 250. Are you licking all the rainwater off of me? Is that what you're doing? So today he got 250. So I asked him if that's what it is, if he did relapse some. Okay. If he did relapse, and upping his Cytosar will help him when, like, how long does it take? Is it immediate? Is it over a few days? So what he told me is the Cytosar is at its most potent at a week out, which is why we do the blood draw at a week out, to see that, because that's when the Cytosar is the most potent. We want to make sure that it is not suppressing his system too much. So that's why we do the blood draw at a week. So he told me if it was that he relapsed, and this is going to make a difference and help him, then we should definitely see improvement by that week mark. A few days to that week mark. If there's no change, no improvement at the week mark, then we may have to up it again. So I'm hoping and praying, because also his appetite has not been the same as it was, which Dr. Adams also told me could be part of the relapse. They just don't feel right. They could have a headache. They could be nauseous, and obviously you don't want to eat when you don't feel right. So I am hoping and praying that within the next couple of days, to that week mark, that Mario will start eating his breakfast again, and that he will eat with, more oomph like he used to. He used to devour his food like a garbage disposal. I couldn't even get the bowl on the floor before he would have his face in it. So him not eating is, upsetting and concerning. So I did put the donate link on this video as well. We did not cover his treatment for today with the video from this morning. So I wanted to go ahead and post the donate link again to see if we could make a little bit more money to cover the treatment. And again, he had his 10th Cytosar infusion treatment today. Dr. Adams believes that he may have relapsed slightly, so we upped his Cytosar dosage today for the first time. It's been at 200 the 9 times before that, before today, but today he upped it to 250 units or milligrams or whatever. I don't know how they measure it, but I know it was always at 200 over the 8 hours, and today he got 250 over the 8 hours. Not the news I wanted to hear, but not unexpected, because I know this kid so well. He's been with me since the day he came to our rescue, so I know everything about him. I watch him walk. His personality, his quirks, his stance, his gait, his everything. So I pick up on stuff pretty quickly when it comes to him. So although I was not shocked to hear Dr. Adams agree with me, it still was a gut punch to hear it. Because again, it's too soon. It's just too soon for him to decline. I just, I know in the earlier video some people had asked about all the emails coming in. Somebody had asked about stopping the treatment or spacing it out or whatever. And obviously we don't want to give him chemotherapy, but it's the only thing that's going to keep him alive. It's the only thing that is going to keep his autoimmune disease managed and manageable. We did try already once before to space out the Cytosar when he was doing so well with the Cytosar and the Pred, and his vision came back and he was doing fantastic. One of the times we decided to space it out to 4 weeks to see if we could get him to do them every 4 weeks, so it's less often. And in that 4th week, I noticed a decline in him. And when I brought him back to Dr. Adams and he did his exam just like he did today, he saw the decline and he said, nope, we can't push it to 4 weeks. He has to stay at every 3 weeks. We can't risk him relapsing and declining and possibly losing his vision. So we have to do this treatment, and it has to be every 3 weeks. We were hoping to get him weaned down more on the prednisone, but again, with the relapse and the decline, we can't take the chance by lowering the dose of pred. So, and he's not on a massive dose. He was on a massive dose when we started this journey, but he has been weaned down to 5 milligrams in the morning. 2.5. Sorry. We're down to 2.5 milligrams in the morning. Teeny tiny little pill. And then half of that pill, which is 1.25 milligrams at night. So he's not getting a huge dose of prednisone anymore, but he is still getting it. We were hoping to get down to half and half, but we just can't take that risk. So again, for anybody who may just be jumping on, and I obviously cannot read the comments because I'm driving, but for anybody who might be jumping on, Mario just had his 10th Cytosar infusion treatment. Sadly, Dr. Adams believes he had a little bit of a relapse and a decline. So we upped his infusion. He normally got 200 units. I'm just going to say units because I don't know what they call it. He normally got 200 units over the 8 hours, whereas today Dr. Adams upped him to 250 units to try and combat the relapse. So it's an autoimmune disease, meningitis, encephalitis. There was a dog over there, and I don't see any person, and I can't get to it. There's 2 fences and a canal and a high wall, some community. It looked like a Roddy Shepherd mix. If anybody in, where am I? Delray, in one of these fancy developments that back up to the turnpike is missing your Roddy Shepherd mix. He's on the outside of the wall near the canal between your development and the turnpike. How that just happened. If I had a way to get to that dog, I would have stopped this car. But there is a fence, and then another fence with barbed wire on top, and then a canal, and then where he was. There's no way to get to that dog. I can't believe that just happened while I was live on here. So hopefully somebody's looking for that dog and happens to see this video. Wow. Okay. Okay. That was different. I'm 2 miles north of Glades Road. So I was probably another mile, so like 3 miles north of Glades Road on the west side. That's where that dog was. And now I completely lost my train of thought when it came to Mario. So I'm sorry about that. So then just a quick recap, because I don't remember what I was saying at the moment when I spotted that dog. So Mario had his 10th infusion treatment today. We upped the Cytosar from 200 to 250. Oh, I remember what I was saying. I was talking about the disease and what it does. So he has autoimmune meningitis encephalitis, which means his immune system is attacking itself. So every time his bone marrow puts out red blood cells, his immune system is attacking it and killing them. So, and it's causing the meningitis and the encephalitis. They cause almost like a hydrocephalus thing where there's fluid on the brain. It causes swelling in the brain and in the spinal cord. It caused the swelling of his optic nerves. That's where the optic neuritis comes in. That's why he went blind, because of the damage that was done from the swelling. So the Cytosar infusion treatment is basically like a chemotherapy. It's an immunosuppressant drug. So it suppresses his immune system to combat what his immune system is doing to his own body. So Dr. Adams believed, since he thinks that it's a relapse, that he declined, and it was a bit of a relapse, that if he ups the Cytosar from 200 to 250, we can maybe backtrack what might have happened in the last few weeks, whether it be swelling, whether it be fluid, just slow down the disease again. So that's why we upped that dosage. Hi, baby. Hi, honey. And again, I did put the donate button on this video because we did not cover his treatment today from the video this morning. So I would like to ask all of you to please donate if you can to cover his treatment. It is so necessary to be able to keep this sweet boy here and happy and as healthy as possible for as long as possible. But again, that is the Mario update. And if anybody lost their dog in Delray by the turnpike, I just saw it. It's there. So weird. So weird that just happened. So this is Tiffany and Mario, and Cloud's asleep in the back seat. Thank you all for your continued love and support for Mario and for all of our babies. We truly cannot do this without you guys. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. We are going to